Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And welcome to the May 5th Board of Trustees meeting on this rainy evening. I don't know what's going on with my mic. Can we please stand for the pledge? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America. Hey, Camille, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Cacchione.
Present.
Trustee Taylor.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Cronin.
Present.
Mayor Mandino.
Sorry.
Present, and Trustee Lang wasn't not able to make it this evening. Let's try it again. Okay, so we have no appointments today, and we do have our superintendent's MS4 report, so I'll let Frank DeMarco come forward as they figure out my mic.
Testing, testing. Good evening, Mayor and the board.
Good evening.
What I'm going to talk about tonight for my presentation is an MS4 report. And what MS4 stands for is a municipal stormwater report that allows the DEC, New York DEC, to monitor and protect our waterways. Our waterway here in Tuckahoe is the Bronx River. And we file annually with the DEC. And what we ultimately need to do is to protect the water that's collected from our streets into our river. And what that is rainwater. So what happens, rainwater falls like a day like today and hits the ground and it runs along the curbside into this catch basin. It's a metal catch basin. And you'll find them along the curbs, usually at the end of the road or maybe in the middle of a road. And what these catch basins do is collect the water, rainwater, and properly take it to our waterway. Again, that's the Bronx River. Our job is to make sure that there's never any illicit discharge, that the water that's going into our rivers are a healthy, natural, unillicit rainwater. And there's a series of pipings that take all these catch basins into the Bronx River. In Tuckahoe, there are seven what they call outfalls. These outfalls need to be inspected by me periodically just to make sure there's no discoloration in the water. There's no sense of chemical or anything spewing into our waterways, just to make sure it's clear water. So what that does is that rainwater gets taken. Our job is to protect this. So make sure that I'm asking that people please protect our catch basins. Don't throw any dog litter in there. If you see somebody changing oil in their vehicles over these catch basins, please just report them to me or anyone. And that's what we call illicit discharge. That's what ruins our waterways. So we have 14 miles of storm lines throughout Tuckahoe. But we also have 14 miles of sanitary sewer lines that run parallel with these stormwater catch basins. So the stormwater catch basin will catch all the rainwater and take it to our waterway. And the sanitary sewer lines is all the sanitary sewer that's discharged from homes, commercial establishments, and all that occupy Tuckahoe. Those two lines should never meet. If those two lines cross, we have contaminated waterway. So we should never cross these lines. The stormwater lines should go into the Bronx River. And the sanitary sewer lines go to Yonkers. There's a Yonkers plant, and believe me, it's all gravity fed. There's a plant in Yonkers that processes all the sewer water up to 99%, almost drinking water. Then it's discharged over into the Hudson River. So what happens during rainy conditions, if those lines cross, our sewer lines, sanitary sewer lines are much smaller, stormwater lines are much bigger. So when it rains and we have cross contamination or cross piping, those small sanitary sewer lines in a home get inundated. So, and again, we don't want sanitary sewer to spew into our waterways. So we need to protect both, make sure they're both separate. And that's my job here once a year to talk about this. Really educate everyone on 101 of stormwater. And also our website. We have a lot of information on our website, the Tuckahoe website under DPW. And we have a special section for stormwater. We have maps, we have color-coded all of our piping that leads to the Bronx River. We also have a questionnaire that I ask people, please take advantage of. And you can contact me really at any time at DPW. And again, my name is Frank DeMarco, Superintendent of Public Works. DPW phone number is 914-231-0214. Does anybody have any questions?
I think we don't.
Okay,
Thank you, Frank.
thank you.
That'll take us to public hearings, and we still have the public hearing open for consideration to modify village code regarding short-term rentals. I think we're good now, Wade. So we will keep that open. May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the April 7th meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And this will take us to the first opportunity to address the board on any agenda items. If there's anyone that would like to address the board on any agenda items, you may do so now. Anyone on Zoom? Okay. Yes.
The agenda item has the permit.
Yes, yes. You may come.
Let Josh handle it.
Okay. Okay, got it. So that'll take us to resolutions. May I have a motion authorizing the use of the Main Street and Depot Square on May 18th for the Memorial Day Parade? And Trustee Gaccione will give us more information on that during his report, but may I have a motion to authorize?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And also may I have a motion authorizing the use of the Main Street Park on Saturday, June 21st for the 5th Annual Juneteenth Celebration and Parade between the hours of 11 and 5 p.m. Am I right, David? Yes.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And may I have a motion to authorize a donation of a birthday party at the Tuckahoe Community Center in the amount of $150 to support the Tuckahoe PTA?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And thank you, board. And it's block party time. So authorizing the use of the Gifford Street for their annual block party from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Saturday, June 7th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? May I have a motion authorizing the acceptance of the 2024 court audit in accordance with the Uniform Justice Court Act, which is an audit that's done every year. May I have a motion to accept the audit?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And some people's favorite resolution, authorizing village administration to take necessary steps to relax our zoning so that we can allow for restaurants to have outdoor dining.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you, board. May I have a motion to authorize the sale of the following surplus vehicle, 2015 Jeep Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, in the amount of $7,700.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? We're flying through this meeting, huh? It's too good to be true, Camille. Watch. May I have a motion to authorize the approval of paying the bills for $563,648?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. And resolution number 9, authorizing non-union salary modifications for fiscal year 2026. So as everyone is aware, the union employees, we negotiate their salaries through the CBA contract. For non-union employees, the board has to vote on what the increases will be. Given the fact that this year the board had to go above the tax cap, we have been very mindful to make sure that employees do get somewhat of a cost of living increase, but also mindful that we're being fiscally responsible. So the board has decided, or we're going to vote on, a 2% increase across the board to make sure that people do have an increase, but that we're also being mindful of taxpayer dollars. So may I have a motion to authorize the non-union salary modifications?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you, board, and excuse my voice. I am struggling with some allergies. May I have a motion to authorize the receipt and collection of village tax by the village clerk?
So
And
moved.
she just had me sign that. So may I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you, board, and that's going to take us to departmental reports. And we have Chief Larry Rhoda here to give his report. I don't see Eddie anywhere. What's going on with Eddie?
And he had a very long day today. He was out and about, so
Taking
with
a
the
nap?
weather and all, he's home nice and cozy.
Nice.
Good evening, Village Board and Mayor. This May 10th at 9 a.m., this coming Saturday, we're going to have our annual police memorial at 9 a.m. on the front lawn of Village Hall. Hoping for good weather. Usually we do. All are invited to attend. It's going to be a great ceremony, and we're looking forward to it. I want to go over some training. I'm pro-training in this department, and we look for every avenue of training for our officers. I'll just give you a little rundown of what we're doing and what we did in April, and then we have a large amount of training that's happening this month. So this past April, we had officers up at a health and wellness first responder course up in Carmel. We sent 4 officers. It was a great event. We sent Lieutenant Kennedy to accreditation program manager, something we're very proud of, to be accredited by New York State. It's strict standards. We do it every 5 years. We continually input into the accreditation program. We are updating our policies all the time and following all the standards. It's a lot of work, but we sent Lieutenant Kennedy to this class to get all the background and training, and we're looking forward to our assessment coming up in the next few years. We had sent Sergeant McCann to 3 full weeks of supervisor school, Officer Piasta and Officer Madden to the emergency response unit training. We do that up at the FBI headquarters in Hawthorne in conjunction with the Eastchester Police. We sent half our department to Hexagon training. So I took on an initiative in 2019. Chief Costanzo had assigned me to a records management program that was coming out with Westchester County. We were one of the first jobs to be at those meetings, and we continually followed up on it. So what it's about, it's a records management system, and it was initiated by Westchester County. We were included in this, and this is going to save the village $10,000 a year. County's going to also put up the cost for the storage for 5 years. So we're taking an initiative to move forward with technology and condense our records from a lot of older records and merge our records and merge our inventory and things like that. So we're about to go live in June, and we've trained half the department with Train the Trainer, and we're looking forward to the other half. The entire department in April also did defensive tactics training, where we do running, push-ups, sit-ups, defensive tactics moves. We go over policies and procedures. And then they also do a run. If they pass a run, they get a what they call a chart day. So we actually we're one of the only jobs in Westchester that do this. We give the Cooper test, which is the test that you have to take to get into the police academy, which is pretty strict. And you got to really prepare. And if our officers pass that each year during our defensive tactics day, they get a day off as a bonus to them for being physically fit and really putting their heart and soul into training, because you need to be physically fit at all times in this job. We also sent myself, Lieutenant Zrolnik, Lieutenant Kennedy, and Sergeant Santiago to a wonderful leadership training seminar last Wednesday, sponsored by the Chiefs of Police Association. We were able to witness Bill Bratton, one of the pillars in policing, speak to us. It was a great, great day. So that's just a little glimpse of the training that we do. And pretty much every single one of these trainings was free of charge to the village and the department. So we took advantage with a lot of scheduling moves, with credit to Lieutenant Zorolnik, of making our schedule work. We are at a minimum staffing level here in the village with 23 police officers. We have one in the academy, but we can't wait to come out. So a lot of times it's difficult to send people to training, but we do a lot of work, and we have a special program called Planet that helps us do scheduling. It's a scheduling software which we went to approximately 2 years ago. Okay, so Thursday, May 8th, I'm super proud of this. Deputy Mayor Cronin took the initiative to host a yoga at the park, and all the proceeds are going to go to Puppies Behind Bars, and that is the organization who donated Eddie to us. It's such a great program, and I'm so honored to be part of Puppies Behind Bars and have a dog from them. But I wanted to also thank the village board truly for backing this decision to move forward with a therapy dog in policing. Now we have Scarsdale, we have Greenberg, and we're going to have Irvington on board. We're looking to have maybe 3 more dogs for a full response to a crisis in Westchester County. But this dog, Eddie, has been an incredible asset to us, and I am so proud to be part of this and to bring this into policing, and I could not have done this without the approval of the board sitting in front of me. So thank you. Now on to my crime tip of the month. Taxes were due April 15th. That was the federal and New York State. So people who don't sign up for direct deposit, they're getting refund checks in the mail. Now, you should stay on top of the IRS and New York State to see when your tax return check was mailed and it's not missing. Because the sooner we find out that it's missing and report it to the IRS with a police report, it'll help you in obtaining your money. Again, these checks, clearly when they're mailed, people know what they look like, right? And we have a big fraud issue now throughout the country. So just keep in mind that look for your checks in stacks of mail and flyers, but make sure that you received it when it was distributed, and if you did not receive it, to call us, and then we'll also make a report, and you call the IRS as well. That's all I have for
And they can
tonight.
also go on to irs.gov.
Sure.
And they'll give them
Yes, you can go on to irs.gov and also New York State, and you'll be able to
process.
see when it
They'll
was
tell you
issued.
when it was issued.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's usually a lot of the seniors don't have direct deposits. So that's where, and they are usually victims of fraud, as we speak about continually to our seniors. So just keep an eye out for it. If you filed by April 15th, you should be getting them, or you should have had them already. So that's all I have. We're looking forward. I know Mr. Pinto is going to be speaking about the Memorial Day Parade that's coming up at the end of the month. We're looking forward to being a part of that with the motorcycles. And this year, we're lucky to have it come through Depot Square. So thank you for that. And we're looking for a great day for the parade and also a great ceremony up at the high school on that Thursday. So we look forward to being there.
Thank you, Chief. Can we ask Frank DeMarco, Superintendent, DPW? Thank you, Frank, for helping out the menopausal women around here.
Okay, I really don't have much to report, just a couple of small things. What we're doing this time of the year, we've completed our tree planting, tree trimming. Now we're moving on to repairing catch basins that I just spoke about. There were 500 in the village of Tuckahoe, and the average, we get quite a few each year. Planting, landscaping, this is the perfect time. Hanging plants will be on Wednesday, just so everybody knows. So when we do hang the plants within a couple of days after we receive them, we'll also be putting up our new flags. Also determining which roads to be paved this time of year. Potholes get repaired. I ask that if anybody has a street light out or a pothole that needs to be filled, if no one's at DPW, just leave a message. We make a list the next day. We're out there most of the time the same day, if not the day after. So I ask that please just leave a message. It's so much easier for all of us. And as soon as we get our recordings, we'll schedule your work immediately. Many of the masonry projects, and also maintaining, like we do every year, we're beginning to maintain the parks. parking lot and public right-of-way. That's all I have.
Thanks, Frank.
Okay.
Swadish Pashnanda, the Director of the Library.
Good evening, Mayor and the Board of Trustees and our wonderful Tuckahoe community. First of all, I'd like to share a wonderful news. As you know, the library moved to the new renovated building in November, but on Wednesday, May 14th at 6 p.m., the Tuckahoe Library Board and the Village Board of Trustees warmly invite the community to a ribbon cutting ceremony. Please come and celebrate the newly renovated library with us. So we are looking forward to the celebration, and please stop by. And the special thanks to Concordia Conservatory for music and the Friends of Library for refreshment. And we have some of interesting programs coming up. We have Eating in Harmony with Nature, and then have a special author visit, Cherry Lou Tsai, who wrote the book Love Can't Feed You. It's going to be in the library Wednesday, May 21st at 6 p.m. There will be refreshment, and then 6:30 the author talk and Q&A. And if you sign up, first 20 people who sign up, they will get a free copy of the author, signed by an author. And this book explores a segment of the Filipino-American experience in New York City from the point of view of an immigrant girl who is part Chinese and part Filipinos, as she watches her overseas Filipino workers' mother assimilate to not just an American identity, but to a freer version of herself. And we have each special cooking program with Wendy Pregiato, and she's going to make sushi. This program is going to be on Wednesday, May 28th, 6 p.m. So it gives you an opportunity. You can make vegetarian California roll, teriyaki chicken rolls, and zucchini ribbon rolls. And after you finish, you have an opportunity to taste your own sushi, which you make. And we have in-person painting classes on Saturday, which is going to be on May 31st and 2 p.m. And we just started, we offer Thursday Tech Health one-on-one, but we just started on Mondays also, 4 to 6 p.m. If anybody has any question with their laptop, phone, or any devices, you can call library and make a appointment. And our continuous ukulele classes, yoga, tai chi, mahjong, these are our regular programs. And for teens, we have Dungeons and Dragons. Actually, that's going on now. And Teen Game Night, May 7th at 6 p.m. And one special program which is supported by the Community Fund is CPR training for teens and adults. It's going to be Saturday, May 17 at 12 p.m. and it's ages 14 plus. So in this way, the instructor will be there, and then after the class, you will receive a certification. And as you know, for the children, we just celebrated on Friday Japanese Children's Day, and it was wonderful, wonderful program. We have 125 people came that day. Beautiful. They did tea ceremony, they had a chorus, then calligraphy, kimono, costume, storytelling, wonderful programs. And as you know, Mother Day is coming, so Mother's Day craft is tomorrow for children ages 4 to 8 at 3:30 p.m. And we have pre-K yoga with Budding Buddha, which is for children 2.5 to 5 years old, Thursday, May 22nd. And our regular story time on Tuesday, Friday, and with Miss Nora, Pajama Story Time is coming up on Wednesday, May 7th at 6 p.m. And because of the great demand, we start offering now program also on Saturdays. So Saturday, May 31st, we will have a story time with Miss Ginger for ages 2 to 5. And we have bilingual story time with Miss Ines, Friday, May 23rd. And if any question, please give us a call.
Thank you, Swadish. Do you have a question? Swadish, there's a question here.
Free? You have to sign up ahead of time?
Yes, I think the calendar is out, so you
Okay.
can go to our website. Most of our programs are always free.
I
We
know,
don't charge.
but that's
Yeah.
a great deal because usually places charge $150.
Yeah, so this is one class in May, and then second one is coming up in June. So
Wonderful.
we have two, because there are a lot of people who are you're looking for classes, so we offer two classes.
Wonderful, thank you.
You're welcome.
Camille? Can somebody give Camille a mic, please? One day? Yes, thank you. Camille, can you just,
Village tax time is almost here. The first half of your village taxes is due by June 30th. For your convenience, you can pay online. Be sure to have your bill number and section, block and lot numbers ready. Just visit thetuckahoe.com and click the red flag on the opening page of our website to pay online. Follow the easy steps. It's quick and simple.
thank you. Camille, I promise you that you will have a mic by next meeting.
I have to.
David, do you have anything?
No, yes, I do. I have one thing. I have to be the bearer of bad news a little bit here. About 6 weeks ago, our main vendor for our farmers market notified us that they could not do it this year. And in the last 6 weeks, I think myself and I know each of the board members have reached out to people in other communities and farmers and anyone that we know to see if anyone has an interest. And unfortunately, this year it seems to be very difficult to find someone. So at some point, we just had to kind of pull the trigger and cancel this year's farmers market. So that's kind of what I'm here to announce now. It is unfortunate, but we'll kind of relook at it and over the next coming months to see if there is, some opportunity next year. But unfortunately, at this point, we have to cancel it.
Yeah. I mean, we've called other communities. One of the residents called someone who works in the farming industry who said that this is an issue all around, having staffing issues. Anything else to report? Gary? Okay. So a reminder of some dates. The next village board work session is on June 5th at 7 p.m. And the village board meeting is on June 9th at 7 p.m. Movie nights at Main Street Park, which our deputy mayor will tell us more about, will be on June 27th, July 18th, and August 8th. So look out for the flyers. We typically have free movies and an ice cream truck we'll try to get again. And we have several of our restaurants who donate pizza and sandwiches, and we might have hot dogs and burgers and popcorn. So we encourage everybody to come out. It's a great free event. If you have a large family, going to the movies, you know how expensive that is. So I'm happy that we're able to offer that to the community. And that'll take us to the Board of Trustee reports, and we'll start with Trustee Gaccio.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We'll start with the History Committee, who is continuing to work with Eagle Scout Malachi Bernard on the development of his Tuckahoe History Project. And they will be giving a brief history and sharing of photos at the Tuckahoe Library ribbon cutting ceremony. And they're continuing to do work with the Westchester County Historians Roundtable for the 250th anniversary, Westchester 250. And if you belong to any of those groups, you'll see there are things going on not only here locally in Tuckahoe and Eastchester, but all over Westchester County for Revolutionary 250. A lot of really neat things going on around the county. They're continuing the catalog process for new materials and archival materials, and their Facebook posts. The biggest Facebook post this month regarded our beloved Playland, which the county executive is trying to have opened, but we'll see. We'll hope. Fingers crossed. As always, the History Committee meets on Wednesdays from 9:30 to 12 at Village Hall. They can always use your help. They'll have tasks for you if you have time, and if you have anything that you want to have archived, they will appreciate that as well. Moving on to Historic Preservation Commission, the next Historic Preservation Commission meeting is 5/21 at 6:30. But we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about that because on 5/21 at 6:30, you're going to be at the library because there is a book reading and an author talk that Swadish had mentioned. I went to graduate school with the lovely, talented, and brilliant Cherry Lu Tsai, and she wrote the book Love Can't Feed You. I actually teach it this semester in one of my English classes. It is a fantastic book, and she is a delight. You'll love to meet her. And we're just very, very fortunate. And I want to thank the library staff, especially Swadish, for allowing me to bug her with this, but she was very receptive and very helpful. So thank you, Swadish, and thank you to your staff for getting this together. And of course, we're working backwards. May 14th is the ribbon cutting, so be there or be square. We have been very busy in our veterans community here in Tuckahoe and Eastchester. This past weekend, we had two great events for veterans and families where we collected vans full of goods to be shipped to veterans and their families around New York State. This is something that we're going to look to continue moving forward every April, which is the month of the military family. At this point, I am going to ask my friend and comrade, former County Legislator Vito Pinto, to come up to the microphone, if you will, and help guide us through a lot of the events that are coming up.
I was waiting for you to do it and then come back.
Oh, I'll get there. You can help me out.
Oh, that's all right.
So you help us out with the parade. I'll start. On May 15th, as the chief had mentioned, the Eastchester Veterans Foundation is holding the Veterans Day ceremony at Eastchester High School. Doors open at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
And we are focusing this year on the Battle of Fallujah, which ended 20 years ago.
Battles of Fallujah.
Yeah, correct.
And on that very point, we would hope that more people come to those ceremonies. It's a wonderful tribute. And this year, the tribute goes to the young people who mostly joined after 9/11 to fight terrorism. And many of them came home wounded and in despair, and they have had a lot of people taking care of them. And we've lost quite a few people in those battles. So the ceremony begins, and what I would hope is that we can get the names of all those who have banners and all those who are military and others, the schools, we've invited them to come to that ceremony. Over the years, it's been a very wonderful ceremony, except for the attendance. And the journal that we put together is over the county second to none. So we hope that we will get people to come to that ceremony.
And it's 1 hour.
It's
1 hour. It's quick.
Basically, it takes just 1 hour. And certainly, we'll have some comments made, some videos, and we're hoping, and the Boy Scouts, we hope, do attend. They said they will march in the parade this year, which is a good thing. So having said that, please come, and we'll have it videoed. And it's a wonderful ceremony. It's a ritual. And I've always started it in the schools with the 3 R's. And it's not reading, writing, arithmetic. It's remember, respect, and reflect. Remember those who made the supreme sacrifice. Respect them and their families for having done so, and reflect on what effect it had on our wartime battles and on our communities itself. Having said that, we'll segue right into the parade, and I'm thankful that we had a call. I called the office, and he said, come to the meeting tonight, and you had to vote on the meeting tonight, and David gave us an opportunity that we always get from Tuckahoe. I want to thank you, Mayor Andino, and Deputy Mayor Kara Cronin, and Darrell Taylor, and of course our wonderful warrior, Joshua Gaccione, for having said that. Now, the one thing, and I shared it with the chief, is we do have shuttle buses for the parade. The shuttle buses will begin at 2 p.m. and end at 2:45. And we'll have them hopefully, and if they can mark off the first 4 or 5 meters on Columbus Avenue north of Underhill, they'll come around and they'll be seated there, and they'll go up through Fisher Avenue and out to the parking lot at Eastchester Library. When they come back, I'm going to ask them to come down Marbledale Road, Main Street, so they can just pull right in on Columbus Avenue. Okay? Does that make any sense?
Perfect.
Good. And having said that, we're expecting a nice crowd. We have some bands. I'm still trying to round up a couple of things that we haven't finalized in some organizations. So I'll make a pitch at this meeting for any organization that is not playing ball or engaged in anything. Send the other troops down to the parade, have them march. Their families can park their cars here on Underhill parking lot, Columbus Avenue, train station area, anywhere, the other Main Street parking lot, and take the buses up when they come down after marching. They'll have their cars here ready to pick them up. So hopefully we'll have a decent crowd. We look forward to you participating, and I don't think we have anything else to say. And we are going right to the Pope steps again, and we have the microphone and stairs being brought down from Tony, and I've already engaged with David Pope, and we have use of the facility as he always gives us every year. And we need just to have the square blocked off for traffic so that the marchers who do stay can, assemble right there near the World War II monument and the train station. Any
Yes.
questions?
No, I'm sure that the chief will take care of that.
Yes, he will. He's a former student, he better. Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you
Vito.
very
I don't
much.
think he needs to be forced. I think he does it willingly.
You got it.
And I just want to apologize in advance that I won't be able to make the parade because I'll be attending Son of Tuckahoe's, Max Pierce's wedding in Florida.
Wow.
He's getting
Oh, wow,
married that
that's-
weekend.
He's a good kid,
So
yeah.
congratulations to him, but I will
Yes.
be at the Thursday ceremony.
Okay, and I just wanted, and I know you probably all have heard about it, but Fidel Plastini, 101-year-old World War II veteran, the wake is Thursday, 4 to 8, and his burial is at Immaculate Conception at 10:30 Mass. And following that, I'm trying to roust up at least 3 veterans. He wasn't a member of our post, but we think he deserves the tribute of a volley. And we'll talk with the family and the funeral parlor, and I'm letting you know because it's in Tuckahoe that we'll be firing the rifles. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
Just real quick, to kind of put a cap on this, the parade will kick off on the 18th at 3 p.m. from the Eastchester Library. It will be going on the best route, which ends, at Depot Square. So that is the best route for the parade. And it will end there on the 17th, the day before the parade. If you're really feeling your oats and you want to get out there, you can join us at Holy Mount Cemetery. They'll be with the Scouts, Young Marines, and other youth groups, along with some other veterans organizations to help replace some of the flags that are out there. You may have also heard or seen that the VFW, the AC Jeffries post here, there was a fire at the AC Jeffries post in the apartment above, which has since been boarded up. We are working with folks who are involved to kind of see what the next steps are. So nobody was hurt. The one person who lived there has been housed temporarily, and we continue to follow up as a village to make sure that we're able to move forward with that. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Trustee Taylor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The Eastchester Community Action Partnership, they have been having a mental health program for the last 5 weeks. It's called Join the Conversations on Mental Health. There's only 2 events left. The next one is Saturday, May 17th, and this one is called Addiction and Substance Abuse. So it's free, anybody can attend. Clearly, anybody with those issues, we would hope that would show up. But the other good thing is if you are a family member or have someone, a friend or somebody that has these issues, it is, it's a good thing to come and, there is a mental health professional there to discuss these issues with you. Anybody who's had this experience knows that whatever the person is going through, it's not just that person, it's the family members also that are involved. So I've been hearing good things about the ones that they've already had going forward. The last one will be Saturday, May 30th, and that one is Healthy Body and Mind. and they start at 10:30 at the ECAP. The ECAP also has their summer camp ages 7 through 12. The camp goes from July 7th to August 15th. The registration is now open to sign your kids up for the camp. It's a limited amount, so it's first come, first served. And it's for Tuckahoe, Eastchester, and Bronxville. And the registration is for an unbelievable price. I still can't believe it, but it's only $100. I don't know where you can go to camp these days for $100 for that long. You can't even go for a week for $100. But so that is something that is awesome. Just some of the activities that they do in the summer camp. They go on trips. They do yoga. They have tennis. They have basketball. I believe they go swimming. Still go swimming at Lake Isle. They do coding. They have arts and craft. They have a STEM, and they have a Z-Tag program, which is interactive learning. So for more info on the camp and the mental health programs, you can call 914-337-7768. The Tuckahoe Housing Authority. Very, very good news. The elevator at 4 Union has been completed. It's been up and running, I believe, since April 18th. And as of now, everything seems to be fine. There hasn't been any issues with it. It's working very well. It did go over budget, but these days, what major renovation or major thing you do that does not go over budget? But more importantly, for the seniors in that building and people who deal with handicap issues, this was something that I'm sure was stressful for the 3.5 months that it was going on. But I believe everybody is very happy that that has been taken care of. Thank you.
Deputy Mayor?
Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is well. So from the Zoning Board of Appeals is adjourned this month. The Planning Board has one item only. Riverview has a site plan adjustment to install a new chimney and add it to an existing boiler. I want to congratulate TESC this month for the opening of our new community garden. And so this was an idea brought to us by Eagle Scout Christopher Sprinkle, and this was his Eagle Scout project. He worked in conjunction with the Tuckahoe Environmental Sustainability Committee, but really with DPW. And I just want to say thank you to DPW and all the guys who were working tirelessly out there to make this a beautiful community garden. If you haven't seen it, it's across the street from the Assumption Church down on the low side on Pleasant. It has 8 slots, 4 of them already been taken. They are $25. If you're interested in getting a plot, please come and see Jackie at Village Hall. You can find information on the TESC Facebook page or their website or the Village website. But for $25, you get a nice little plot. It's really beautiful. They're using, it's really equipped with rainwater, that runoff rainwater to irrigate the plants. So it's sustainable. It's a great feat, and I'm glad that we're doing this. It's something that we've thought about for a few years. So thank you to Frank, and thank you to DPW and TESC and Christopher Sprinkle for making that happen. I love a good clap. Also this weekend, TESC worked with Riverkeeper for the rivers cleanup at the Bronx River, and every year they pick up lots of garbage. What is encouraging to note, though, that every year they pick up less and less because there is less and less garbage out there. And so that means we're really thinking about what we do and where we deposit our refuse when we're out walking or into the catch basin. So thank you to everybody who showed up to help out, and thank you to everybody who's being mindful about where you're depositing your garbage. This month, we lost longtime resident and former village trustee Sheila Clark. So we just want to send a note of condolences to her family. And as Mr. Pinto mentioned, Fidel Vincent Plastini, longtime resident and World War II veteran, passed away. So also, I had the pleasure of meeting him on his 100th birthday to give him a proclamation. He's a very kind man. So the seniors this week, actually tomorrow, have the pleasure of having cooking with Mayor O'Meara. They're making yogurt parfaits.
Yeah, the oven's not working, so we had to improvise.
Improvisation. It's nice. The village-wide tag sale is this weekend from 10 to 3. The information is on the village website. You can also contact Sarah DeReese. It'll be in the lot over here. So if you have things to sell and you don't have a place to do it at your own home, so the village tag sale, you can either sign up to do it at your home and have like a garage sale, and then you can be included on her map of homes that are selling, or you can come to the parking lot here on Underhill, right? Underhill, and you can get a spot from her and sell your goods and wares. So if you don't have a garage, this is a great way for you to be able to sell your things. Also, as the chief mentioned, this month is Mental Health Awareness Month. And in order to commemorate that, Yoga Haven is sponsoring a Yoga on Main Street event. And the donations that they receive, 100% of them will be going towards Puppies Behind Bars, which of course is the great organization that brought us Eddie Spaghetti. And just a word about the comprehensive plan, which is starting to wind down. They are working on a draft document, but I just want everyone to know that we are planning to do a student forum because I think it's important to get the input of some of the students and the young people in the village. So I'm going to be working on that with some members of the committee this month, and I will send out that information shortly. That's it. Oh, and the Pride event, May 31st, 69. Oh, I do have Trustee Lang sent me his report, and he's sends his apologies for not being here. The Tuckahoe Beautification Committee will be selling potted geraniums on May 8th. Anyone interested should call Susan Chiamara at 914-772-7816. Plantings throughout the village in mid-May, and hanging baskets will also go up in mid-May. And this is just a plug. Please, if you haven't sent in your donation to the beautification committee, they could definitely use it. And you can find information on the village website. The community center, again, the Pride celebration will be on May 31st from 6 to 9 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I want to echo the thank yous to Christopher Sprinkler, the Eagle Scout, who worked with DPW and Tess to put together the community garden. We had a ribbon cutting ceremony there over the weekend, and it was really impressive, the setup there. So if you have an opportunity, even if you don't need a plot or don't want one, to just go in and take a look at what they put together there. And also thank you to the volunteers for the Riverkeeper Tesk River cleanup. I think that, to the deputy mayor's point, I do my walks around the village, and I'm finding that every time I'm walking, I see less and less debris and less garbage. So I think people are being more mindful and are taking care of the community. So thank you to the residents and visitors for that. I want to encourage everyone to come on out to the Memorial Day Parade if you're in town and available, as well as the ceremony on Thursday, and to also support the police memorial on Saturday at 9 a.m. on the front lawn at Village Hall. It was a busy weekend. I attended the TYA and the Eastchester Little League opening days, and that was fun to watch all the kids parading around and getting ready for the season. So good luck to all of them. I had a few people ask me about the Con Ed case, and I just want to let everyone know that nothing is happening right away. We just voted to take part in the 38 municipalities that have hired an attorney to represent us and to have a seat at the table regarding next year's rates. This is not for this year. For those who thought that something was going to happen now about your bills, this is regarding the rate increases that they're proposing for next year. So we are we're in the number, and we are going to be part of the talks. So we will keep you posted as we have more information. If you have not had a chance to see the new library renovations, I do encourage you to come out to the ribbon cutting ceremony on next Wednesday, May 14th. We are fortunate enough to have Concordia Conservatory help us with the music there. So thank you, everyone, for that. And I also want to let everyone know that this board is really committed to improving our skill set and to learning more about being an elected official and a public servant. The deputy mayor and I will be attending the New York Conference of Municipal Officials conference in Lake George, the end of this month. So we'll keep you posted if we learn anything exciting and new that we can bring to help Tuckahoe and to make us a better community. I do think that we forgot one appointment this morning. Earlier in the meeting, the appointment of Nicole Engelbert to the Tuckahoe the Historic Preservation Commission to complete the term of Peggy Bellis, who stepped down. Her term ends December 1st, 2029. So may I please have a motion to appoint Nicole Engelbert to finish out that term?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you, and let's make sure we add that to the record, Camille. And that will take us to the second opportunity to address the board. Anybody in the number would like to address the board? How about you, Suzanne Servin?
How did you know? Can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly.
First of all, I'm really saddened to hear, did I hear that correct? We have no farmers market?
We will not have a farmer's market.
That's really bad.
Yeah, the farms don't appear to have the ability to find workers.
The big farm over on wherever, this is final?
This is for this year.
Oy.
Yeah. So there is still a farmer's market in Bronxville on
Have you
Saturdays.
ever gone there? It's terrible, the parking, and it's really difficult to get there. All right.
Sorry about that. We tried.
And then you said something about what am I doing? Talking about?
No, you're not talking loud. It's not you. It's the mic is really high.
Shall I whisper?
No. You can talk.
What, did you say something about a village garage sale? Did I hear that?
Yeah. So the deputy mayor talked about a village-wide tag sale. So you can take part by either having a garage sale at your home, or you can bring your tag sale to the Underhill parking lot, and we will have opportunity for people who may not have a garage or want to come out of the house to do that.
And where can I get more info about that?
So you can come to Village Hall. Who should you contact? You can contact Sarah DeReese.
Sarah.
Yeah, you know Sarah DeReese. Or you can just contact Village Hall and ask Jackie to give you the information.
What's up, Jackie? Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Jackie Ferretti at Village Hall.
Yeah. That's really all I have.
Okay.
So that you're all doing a great job.
Is that the end of your report?
Do not make fun of me.
I'm not making fun of you. I'm having fun with you. There's a difference.
Better. Okay, and I just want to say that all of you are doing a grand job.
Thank you.
My compliments.
Thank you. We are working hard. We're trying to. If there's no one else, I will ask for a motion to close the meeting.
Second.
Have a good night, Tuckahoe, and Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.